Hello guys, this is Akshay Daga and welcome back to APDaga's Dumbbox. And in this video, we are going to talk about zip function in Python. Zip function in Python. So from name itself, you know zip operation. You might have seen zip file and those things. What it does actually, it compresses things together. If there are multiple files, multiple text file, and if you look into a zip folder, what it does, it compresses it together, right? So that it is a, I'm just telling you for analogy purpose. Similarly, if you want to compress or combine multiple collections together, then you can use zip function in Python. So I'm sharing my screen and currently you can see Jupyter notebook. So zip function is built in a Python. Just write zip and I'm pressing shift tab. You will get to know the doc string. So zip function accepts number of iterable collections like list, tuple or something like that, right? And the output will be zip object yielding tuple until the input is exhausted. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just paste it for our understanding. Now what I'll give you a demo. So what I'll do, I'll write list L1 as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I'll write L2 as A, B, C, D, E, just E, okay, and F as well. So it is again a list, and I have to give the single quote for each string, each character, okay. And what I'll do, I'll try to do zip operation, zip L1 comma L2, okay. Let's see what output we get. So it is an object. If I try to convert it into a list again, just in order to print it, you can see it created tuple of one first element from L1 and first element of L2. Then second element of L1 and second element of L2. In particular sequence, it created tuples. Okay. And look at here. The length of L1 is 7. The length of L2 is 6. Okay. So till the 6, the tuples are created. For element 7 in L1, there is no parallel element in L2. That's why no tuple is created for that. That particular element is skipped. Okay. So make sure if you are trying to zip two different lists. So, and if you look at the output, whatever is of shorter length, that will be length of the output. So here, the length of L1 was 7, right? The length of L2 was 6. So the output length is 6 here. If you look here, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So that is the main thing you should keep into mind. So what I'll do one more thing. I'll just copy this as it is and I'll take third list. Just a demo, L3. Okay. And I'll write again here something like what I must take. I'll take some random values. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 3. I'll start from 11, 12, 13, and 4, 13. Just I'll take 3 elements, and its length is 3. So if I do zip operation can be performed on multiple lists. Okay, it is not mandatory that you should pass only 2 lists. You can pass multiple lists and number of lists also. So the length is 3, and if I do zip operation on L1, L2, and L3, okay, and I want to, I'll write Z equal to, okay, fine. And what, for printing purpose, I'll write list of Z. You can see tuples are created for those 3 lists where the elements were present. So you know in L3 only 3 elements were present. So this element got paired with first element of L1 and L2. Then second element of L1, L2, and L3, and third element of L1, L2, and L3. If you talk about fourth element, there is no fourth element in L3. That's why it is not included in zip. All the remaining elements from L1 and L2 are skipped. Okay. So the output, the length of output will be the length of the shortest list used as an input argument in zip function. Now let's try one more thing. Instead of list, we'll try tuple. So let's say T1, T2, and T3. And instead of list, what we'll write, we'll take tuples. right? And what I'll do, I'll try to do zip 3 tuples, T1, T2, T3. Okay, just list of Z. I'm doing this list of Z just to for printing purpose, nothing else. You can see zip work, zip function worked as expected as it was working on list. Similarly, it is working on tuple. Now again, I'll copy this, and instead of 3 tuples, what I'll do, I'll take third one as a list. Okay, so combination of list and tuple. So let's try that. Okay, and I'll do list of Z just for printing operation, and again it is working as expected. So if any type of iterate, okay, I'll try one more thing. I'll just copy this, I'll put it here, I'll take set S2. Okay, let's see whether it works or not. Okay, it didn't throw any error. I'll do list of Z, and again it worked as expected. Now the last thing remaining is I'll do that also. I'll add a dictionary, that is D4, and what I'll do, I'll take A of equal to 1, B, only 2 elements I'll take, 2. Okay, the length is 2. Now let's say whether zip function takes dictionary into a picture, D4. And again, it didn't throw any error. If I try to do list of Z for printing purpose, you can see the length of output is 2, the minimum of what the minimum length of all the inputs, whichever is that will be the length of output. Here you can see the first element of T1, S2, L3 and D4, that is 1A, 11 and A. So it just considered only key from the dictionary, not the value. Here also you can see it considered only, no, 1 second. It is a 1. Then okay, that's interesting. A and B, that is correct. 11 and 12 is correct. D and E. Okay, you can see when we talk about set does not follow particular sequence. So we thought it should be mapped as a and B with first and second element of T1, but it didn't happen. Why? It took D and E. It takes randomly. So if I try to do this operation once again, I think the output will be different. I'll do list itself here for printing operation. Okay, it took D and E, but it can take anything because set doesn't follow particular sequence. That is the basic thing about set. We have already covered in our set video related to set 1. Okay, so basically in this video we got the idea about how zip works. Okay, and what is the basic necessity of zip and what is the limitation of zip, and how to the what will be the length of the output of zip function. I hope you got some idea from this video, and if that is true, please do each and everything you can do to encourage me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do each and everything you can do. And this is Akshay Daga signing off. Thank you very much. Tata, bye bye.